a video. Hey Warriors, so I'm with my brother Jason here. Check out his YouTube channel, but we just shot the latest ad for Sleep Minerals. I love this. I'm having really a lot of fun shooting ads for this and promoting this. I've literally just had the bottle, carrying it around, and people have already been buying this from me, just me having it on me, because it's so beautiful. Like, check out this bottle. I just handed it to them and they're like, wow, it's such a heavy, beautiful glass bottle. It feels like a really premium product, because it is. I had to do justice to the amount of effort and thought and years that went into creating Sleep Minerals. I'm kind of talking about Sleep Minerals, but I'll just take on Sleep Minerals right now because there's Sleep Minerals kind of mood. So to create Sleep Minerals, I basically experimented with every single electrolyte supplement. Okay, let's just start when I was 16. So when I was 16, I had this belief that the American Heart Association knew how much salt that I should be consuming on a day-to-day basis. And shout out to my brother right now. He's like holding this camera in a really great way. But I had this belief the American Heart Association knew how much salt I should be consuming on a day-to-day basis. And as it turns out, I ended up pooping and peeing blood by following their advice. And this was at the end of like 9 months of horror and 10 months of erectile dysfunction, and like so stressed out, and like heart palpitations, and like I couldn't sleep. And I already had insomnia, but this made it far, far, far worse. Salt is very critical to sleep, as many people who follow my channel know and have told me on webinars. They said, hey man, I'm on this webinar because I took your advice about salt. I wasn't consuming any salt. I was doing all these sports and sweating out all this salt, and I couldn't sleep at all. I was having all these issues, and I just added salt in, and most of my issues went away. So I basically, when I started pooping and peeing blood, I reached a point where I gave up to a degree. I was just like, whatever, like all this health stuff I'm trying to do, it's not working anyway. I'm just gonna go get a bunch of burritos. So I went and got a bunch of burritos, and then I stopped peeing blood for the first time in 3 days. So I was really excited. I was like, awesome. Okay, so something in that burrito helped me to stop peeing blood. So I ate some burritos the next few days. So my brain started working enough to the point where I was like, okay, so it's not the processed food and stuff. That's not why I'm feeling healthy, or something in the processed food. I mistook it for carbs, but that's really because carbohydrates trigger insulin, which causes your kidneys to retain sodium and other electrolytes. And there's also a large amount of sodium in Mexican food, Mexican burritos and stuff, Tex-Mex. So I then, over the next 16, 17, 8 years, I have refined my understanding of electrolyte balance for hormones, neurotransmitter function, gut health, energy levels, cramps, relaxation. I've gone through periods where I took way too much zinc and ended up messing up my copper, and that caused issues, so I had to think about that. I went through periods where I took tons of magnesium oxide and I just had diarrhea on a constant basis, and that was no fun either. And then I went through other periods of time where I like not taking calcium, not knowing vitamin C was necessary, having all these issues from the deficits of these supplements, but not knowing what to take. And at the end of the day, I sat down and I really wanted to make something that would be the most useful sleep supplement on the market, and something simple, like keep it simple, because I try to make this thing too complicated. That's not how it goes. I don't know, I was meditating, I was really getting into a state where I'm like, okay, how am I going to make this thing? I just sat down, I'm like, okay, well, here are these supplements on my desk right now. These are the supplements that are on my desk because these are the ones that I cap the most for myself, because these are the ones that are the most useful for myself, my family, and everyone else that I know. Good place to start. And then I just looked at all this and I said, okay, well, if I could only take one supplement in either a dose of 1 capsule, 8 capsules throughout the day, at night, for the next 12 months, I could only give it other people one supplement, period, just one supplement, what would I make? Just imagining that. I'm like, okay, I just kind of thought about that. And then with that in mind, I sat down and I just capped this pill. That was the first pill of Sleep Minerals. And it's just instinctual. It's just a very instinctual thing for me, because I've spent over 10 years at this point making my own supplements, creating supplements for myself, experimenting with supplements, and 6 years coaching insomnia and coaching people, helping them make supplements for themselves, helping them figure out what supplement blends help them the most to sleep. And it blew me away though the first time I took it. The first time I took it, I took like 1 capsule and I was just like, whoa, like the sense of peace and well-being I felt from this outweighed all the individual components on their own, which is the point. I mean, I'm trying to create something where the zinc and the calcium, the magnesium, the salt all work together to amount to more than their individual components, where they work synergistically. So if you're a nerd like I am, you'll understand that magnesium consumption can tax calcium and salt reserves. And you'll also understand that salt is best accompanied by magnesium because of the relaxation effects of both. And salt on its own can, in some people who are more carbo types, it can make them have higher blood pressure, various things like that. I think a lot of that could be attributed to lifestyle, but magnesium, either way, counteracts that effect and potentiates the salt. The calcium ascorbate is the highest availability form of calcium, the one that's the least likely to affect your digestive system in a negative way. And it's vitamin C as well. So it's also giving you all the antioxidant and regulatory benefits of vitamin C, as well as magnesium, zinc. The gluconic acid in the zinc is going to support liver detox. It's really amazing. And taking it, I usually take a zinc supplement, and taking a zinc supplement, I'll feel this sense of balance because zinc will help regulate all the rest of the minerals in your body. But taking this, even 5 milligrams of zinc per pill, I feel like I took like 25 to 50. Like 2 of these feels like 50 milligrams of zinc, because the total regulatory effect of this is far, far greater than the sum of its components. So check this out. We're getting eaten by bugs and we got to go. But check out the sunset, guys.
This is actually
on. Yeah. I'm spraying him like toxic bug spray, and I'm still getting eaten.
Yeah, try to avoid that crap.
But wow, Plum Island, check it out. That's a gorgeous sunset.